Encourage yourself to sit back, reflect on what this realm truly is, why you're here. I observe all these fishes in the water realms, in the water realm, in the giant ocean. What happened to the consciousness? What is going on here? Seems like people had forgotten the original knowledge, the aura. Because time's ticking, right? Time's ticking. I'm late already. Nah, you're probably pretty much retarded. And that means you're late. You're late. You're retarded because you look at the clock. That's the whole problem. In the first place, that you look at the clock. You should not look at the clock because the clock locks yourself in the box. I mummified myself to the point that it's all puppies in here. You get that? There's all my puppies that I'm pulling the strings on. But I'm so true and compassionate and tolerant that with what I speak and what I do, like how I operate in the realms, that I give you all your soul back because you deserved it. You deserve the true knowledge. You deserve to hear my voice, and you deserve the kemetics, original hermetical speakings. Because we are all kings and queens in the first place. We are all masters. But the people who invaded the original chems brought time to our place. I remember that. That was a very tricking time because it destroyed the whole moment. Destroyed everything. There is no time. Can you remember that? Can you go back to the original source? I just sit back and observe all of this that I'm perceiving here. And it seems to me that the consciousness of humanoids is so locked. The system is completely tricking them to the extent that they could not even try to get out of their own perception. Get it? You don't know who I am. You do not know. I'm one of the original chems. Black pharaohs, Black Prince. I'm speaking from the source because I meditate with open eyes. And I use it to bring back truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance with what I speak and who I am. Direction, future. Yeah. always, no matter where I go, anchored in myself, because I never go anywhere. I'm always observing. I'm always seeing what is going on. I create mirrors, and I will get to the places, to the palaces where I want to be. But the palace in the first place is my own kingdom, is my mind, is my head, which I'm speaking from. And nobody can get into there. I'm already in the king's chamber, the pharaoh's chambers, and I'm speaking from that truthfully and transparent, because I'm in between the whole thing. The holy waters that we all dripped into and that we put all our goddamn hands into. This is why we constructed this shitty situation. But you were too narrow-minded to remember the original source aspects of yourself, where you originally come from. You come from that. You get it? You should be balanced with the female aspect. You should respect your womb man. You should respect the male, the ma. It's always the same thing. It's always anchored in itself. It's always the same thing, the same principle as in everything. There are universes in the tiniest bits of things that I could possibly drop. And I'm dropping the whole semen into being mature. Because this is training, I don't know, like, it's okay, this is my mind training. I get it. I get the signs and symbols. Making a word more productive. I should make the word more productive. Yeah, this is what I do. I upload my consciousness, because this is in the first place what we do in order to reconstruct this whole situation, this whole consciousness realm. Joraz. Elite. I'm one of the elites in Hamburg City, yo. Not even Hamburg City, which is the doorway to the world. I upload this whole consciousness. I upgrade this whole consciousness. Because this is what it was meant to be. This is what we all do together. And I'm one of the leading pharaohs in this complete situation that we've all dropped into. But in the end, I know, like, how could I ever say that another consciousness exists besides myself? So if I take the best outlook, if I take the best perception, the best perspective for myself, this is how I will rule the world. This is how I will rule my word. Because my word, if I'm very good at word crafting, I'm very good at world crafting. Yo, Ra, where are you at? Give me more light. Alright, you might think, but if I only speak to myself all the time, doesn't matter if it's to the black mirror or if it's to somebody else, because this is all me. Like, what is wrong with this guy? He's talking to his cell phone all the freaking time. Yo, I was alone. I was already one before this whole situation came up. I was already completed. But then I dropped in here in order to help you remember that this was already complete. This was already the whole thing. the whole time. But you didn't have the eye to perceive it. You didn't have the outlook that you're like, hey, this is only my consciousness that I'm exploring every moment. The only thing that I can really grab is my breath. Like, catch your belly. Catch your belly. Catch your breath. Catch your navel. Catch your story. Catch your novel. Like, you get the perception, like, it may look at this. It may looks very strange, right? I'm this guy observing this whole thing here, and I'm like, I don't even know if people realize me or not, and that's not the point, but it may look like the whole realm with the eyes and it's observing me. All these eyes are like, what is he doing? What is wrong with him? Why is he talking to himself? Is he like completely out of his mind? And I just mirror you back what you do. I just mirror you back who you are, what your consciousness is, what you do every day in everyday life. What are you following? What are you trying to grab? What are you trying to do? What are you doing there? What rabbit hole do you dig into? Where do you put your dig into? You chasing more of the woman's, or like a female, you're like, oh, daddy, give me more money. It's like, what is wrong with you? You don't know how this all works. This is stupid. Like, okay, imagine you would have like the whole freaking, like every money in the world. You would have everything. You would not even have like $1 trillion. You would have the whole freaking currency. The whole currency that's existing. What would you do? What's happening then? But still, you're so empty in your soul that you could not have the power and strength to speak up for yourself. This is all you do. You're just a mirror to yourself all the freaking time. This is your consciousness. And then people go to demonstrations and be like, oh, we want to have more of this, we want to have more of that. All right, I mean, I get the point of it. I get how this realm is working. But it's more of like, you should get into the game, figure out how it works, and then use it for your good, you know? And there's like, you know, like, I work with what I have. And it comes to me, I get it, I flux it through my system, and then it's just gone. That's how it was meant to be. It's just magicianal, what I speak, what I am. It's all imagination anyways. It's all just happening inside of your brain. It's like, ooh, you get this. Now you get that. Like, what could you ever hold on to? Nothing really. But like, most people live so much into a box that it's like, oh no, well, once I have this, I'm safe. You know, like, you have not the ability to stand up for yourself and to like defend yourself, maybe. But defend yourself from what? Yeah, no, I'm into martial arts training. This is why probably I can speak from all of this mind frames, from my frames. Most people cannot, like, they're not anchored and saved in themselves. This is the whole freaking problem with it. But then I take a look into these martial artists which get into competition, and they all got it completely wrong also. Like, wrong. It's not wrong, but it's what kind of perception is that? Oh, you want to battle me? Okay, let's fight. Let's figure out who's the best. Like, no, you have forgotten all the original knowledge. You cannot connect yourself to Mother Nature in the first place. You cannot get into the sun, get into the moon, get into your darkness. And I don't have to go anywhere to do that. I just sit, I just observe, I drink my urine, and I'm like, you know what? This is how it works. I'm the lonely shepherd. It is completely lost humanity. And I drive damn good. and I'm transported with my soul back into the original things. And then the brothers and sisters over there, they will be like, hey, brother, you did damn good. You did your freaking best in order to crack open the mirrors of these unenlightened souls. Because I am a soul. I'm so freaking trippy that I don't even have to do what you think might be a drug. I am already the drug emitter. I'm the emitter of consciousness. I just use what I know. I use my brain. Like, do you use your brain? No, because your brain is so programmed with things that you think are true. But they are not. They're just certain things that you've been told in his schooling. Not history, but his schooling. You hear me right. But it's your school, it's your skull. You should get into your sculling system, get into yourself, get into the original skulls. The original skull is when you look into the sun, into yourself, which is your own light, which gets basically not taken out from the sun, but it's yourself. You produce the light, you shoot out the light. If I sun gaze, I only mirror my own light back, which helps me to remind what I truly am. And I've been sun gazing for a long time in order to help me remember who I truly am and why I'm here and what I'm speaking. And this is all completely puppets to me. Because I was so mummified. But now the Black Pharaoh is back into the system. And I help you to remember yourself. Because I love you. That's how it works. You know, I was shutting up for such a long time, and it's funny to me because the way I speak, the way I am, is so lovely, basically, to myself that you think it's crazy. This guy is talking to a cell phone. No, it's just like if there would be another persona, another mask. This is not changing. This is only a question of perception and perspective. But in this mirror, I can be my true self holistically, because other spirits and consciousnesses are not as developed as I am. So this is why it's not that per se they would do harm to me in a direct fashion, but they would add to my consciousness. So this is why I would try to already adjust certain things in my mind. So this is why I cannot let it flow completely. In this mirror, I can be 100% true. This is why I do it. This is why I'm so transparent. And I know how it works, you know. I've been into, and I'm in this original sourcing aspect on the original arts. I'm living that. This is why I can speak from it. I'm the lonely shepherd. I'm the lonely, to these sheepholes that I observe. You're all sheeps. You think you would become, that might be your goal, right? Oh, I get another job because then I would be a millionaire and I could just have a good family and give you everything I know and no, not even that. No, that's what I do. But you would be like, I get more money and I can follow, whatever. I don't know what you follow. So what? We are all in this together. We are one consciousness. We are one. You get it? It's the 0 point of creation, which I'm speaking, dropping germs from. Doesn't matter if I work in a school. The thing is, with most children, they can get saved. This is why it might be good that if I teach them something. But even them, how this whole system works, it doesn't really matter if you get to my type of outlook, where you work. Because what is it in the end? You just get money in order to create mirrors. You get currency in order to create something. To create what? What do you want to chase? This gets also probably into the years of practicing Falun Gong, Falun Dafa. Is why I'm so powerful and why I can speak from the source. I build values. You cannot decode the whole system like I do. I build values into the consciousness grid, because this is all a matrix anyways. Oh yeah, oh, this guy is completely lost. No, you are, because you think this densified matter is yourself. You think that's all you have, and when you die, you're literally gone. Yeah, probably because you have not developed your soul. That's why you think that like that. And you have no spirituality, you have no compassion, you have no true aspects of yourself, and you're not tolerating even other religions. Like religions, do you know where religions actually come from? This is all like, this is dogma to me, dogma. Dogs barking all the time. They're like, bah, 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 bah. It's my religion, it's that religion. No, you're completely lost into this religion game. We're all the same. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. One of the original sourced arts where basically Egypt was coming from was the chems. I get freaking goosebumps when I speak it. I'm one of the chems, the K's, the kemetic pharaohs, pairing of O's minds. Osmanziaus. My language. Get it? Nah, you don't get it. Because you do not speak the original codes. They are already inside of you. But you've been told too many lies, because this is why you cannot remember what they are and who you are even. You living under a spell. That's how it is. I give you the truth one more time in your face. You are living under a spell. That's how it is. Because you don't know about magic, and you do not know how this realm is really working. And all these angels of mine are very crazy. They don't know who I am. They don't know what this whole thing is. But like, what else to do? I don't know. It seems very crazy to me. Because this is, I don't know. It's crazy, huh? Can people even listen close to what I speak and who I am? Are they willing to free themselves from their own illusions? And I know in the end, like, I'm a ghost to myself, but I'm speaking from a source where most people will probably never go anyways. And without me, without what I do, the whole thing would already be over. Without beings like me, this whole thing would be completely lost already. It's lost. Because you think you're here to all you can eat, all you can eat. This is why you loop and that. This is why you're trapped inside of your own bottle. You don't break your spirit out. You don't know how many times I was already dead. I was dead so many times, let me tell you this. And there are so many ways to die, basically. You could overtrain yourself, you could overcook yourself, you can fast, you can feast, you can get into your fears, into your happiness, getting into extremes, getting into balance, getting into heart, getting into different elements, different angels of mind, exploring the realm. And this is basically how you live and how you die. This is how you become alive. This is how your spirit basically develops. But in the first place, it has something to do with discs and discipline. And that means that you have to realize that you are the temple of God. Which means that you should take care, you should understand how your body works. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, in all aspects. And I'm a true master because I master my own body in all aspects. Mystically, like I'm most people are flexing. It's funny because I just got my fitness B license, fitness instructor B license. And I'm happy about that, this is why I do this video. But it's not directly about this, because most people are just like, flexing their body or get more flexible in their body. You can also flex your brain. Flex your brain into it. Flex your consciousness. Flex your pineal gland. Flex your glands. Can you consciously flex your glands? I can do that. Like I could flex my pineal gland right now, and I drop DMT into my body. That's why it can be so freaking powerful, yo. And I just give you this codex, But in the end, again. This Nordic transport group, expeditions. That's very funny to me. Excellence simply delivered to you. These signs and symbols are already in front of you. They are just mirrored, But you have to understand that this is all your consciousness that you explore every moment. This is the direct mirror that you mirror yourself with. You have to look into your phone because you think, you're so I don't know, disconnected probably. You're so disconnected that you cannot sit still and just talk to yourself. You have to get another mirror. You have to get into this. You have to get into that. You don't know how this works. We are in this goddamn completely retarded situation because our minds were pulling that into existence, and the codings are still there. Coca-Cola, CC, Christ consciousness, 33 vertebrae inside of your brain. They give you the codings right in your face, but you're too stupid to decode them. And I observe all the fishes which swim in here, which have not even a clue of how this whole works and what they basically doing with their minds. They keep pushing the shit. They keep doing that. But I don't do that. I just sit here, I just observe that. I record my genius mind, because this is how I completely break and hack this whole system. Get into your consciousness, get into the psychology if you want to have that, right? Did you go to university? I'm not listening to you because you claim to be a shaman. Where is your PhD? You cannot even spell. You don't know what signs and symbols and letters are. Like, I'm too intelligent for you stupid universities. You cannot even verse what, cite what. Have you the sight? No, you have not a sight. You don't have to wear Googles. That's how stupid you are. You think you do something. All you've done is projected your educated consciousness, which is not very educated and rooted. Your education comes out of something where I'm speaking from. Universities. You don't understand alchemy. Oh, you made it maybe into history and into the Freemasons, right? Oh, the Freemasons. But this is all conspiracy theories, right? What this guy is speaking about. No, I have the original codings because I just appreciate the things, how they worked and how they're working. The Clockwork Orange. They give you the codings in the movies, even in the holy woods, that where they burn the wood, the burn. You don't. Like, this is a magical realm. I was telling you this. The holy woods, they are burning the woods over there. Alchemically, that means that they produce an image, which informs the medias, the masses, and they tell lies to your visions. So you cannot create your own visions because you're not getting inside of yourself. You only project yourself outside. I can look into the TV and see the codings because I'm into myself. It's very easy. You just drink urine because that's what you were born out of. Or you hold urine in your mouth because you were basically swimming. You should swim 9 months inside of your womb. Well, at least I was told to be an early one, so I was about like 7 or 8 months into the womb of my mother. Guess what? You were swimming in pee-pee. Crazy, huh? When you hold that into your mouth, you slowly start to remember of how this whole thing works, what this whole thing is. But there are still some beautiful beings. You know, the real ones with heart, you will realize them and you will connect yourself to them because you will follow your why, your way. Why is why important? Because I never go anywhere. This is already me, you know, like that was funny. Like, you think, okay, you're chasing what? You go down a certain rabbit hole and you do what? Oh, I have to, yeah, you should move, you know, but can you do like this maybe? Like, get into exercise of your fingers. So you really realize what you do with your hands and where you put your hands into. In the first place, we should not even move. We should not even talk. We should just like sit in complete, perfect meditation. Everything is mind, you know. There's so many ghosts chasing around and being in people's brains that then they feed again, and then they project themselves and they project these evil spirits. If you know that they exist and if you can, like, this is like master shamanism basically, but not many people can consciously do that. If you see, like, basically it's easy because if you have a certain type of values that you would follow, you would see that there is, if somebody's doing harm to another one, you would not support that, right? So you would go there and physically say, yeah, like, yo, brother, sister, stop doing that, yo. It's like, oh, get it? So you already see it. But in the end, it's all mind. So if you see certain attached minds in people, in beautiful beings, which they're sucking their energies, their imagination, because they try to feed off you. It's all an image that you perceive. It's all a mirror that you perceive. And you think, this is why you should really start to reflect to the extent that this is all, to really become powerful, you should only understand your own temple. Everything else is basically not here. Where are the points of contact? I could physically touch this, right? But where are the points of contact in another conversation? If I'm talking to somebody, where are the points of contact? There are no points of contact. I'm just speaking my mind. So and this is why conversations could be empowering. They could also be leading, but they can also be very much misleading and be dangerous, because you get certain aspects of the other person which their mind has been informed of. So really become aware of where you look at. This does not mean that I'm disrespectful, but I'm aware of some things that you do not even know of. And I'm so compassionate that I share this openly with you. So you can, like, what is going on? Oh, that is beautiful raw in the sun, yo. Nature to the people. Yo, get that outlook. I told you. The science and symbols is already here, bro. Nature to the people, there it is. Still, I have to inform you with all of this. It's already here. The sun is always shining. And I don't even have to go into nature, because I'm good where I am. I could sit in the darkest hole and shine my light, because I know how it works. And everybody can do it. That's so funny. That's so funny. So funny. Still, their mind is very narrowed. I'm ripe. Oh, man. But I'm happy to see the sun again, you know, to see myself and to see my own light that I produce, yo. What else to do? What else to do? There is nothing to do. Oh yeah, keep pushing your ego. That's good for self-expression. That's what I do, right? No, but I do that for the bigger consciousness. That this is like, I deserve to be where I am. And I deserve it to be on the seashells. I will be in a nutshell seashell, living on the Pearl, in the Caribbean seas, sea wise. Pharaoh made it one more time to his chamber. It was already in him. Funny, huh? And to get to that type of outlook, like, it seems now easy, right? But, like, you don't know what I've been through to get to that point, to just make a video in the streets where I sit on the freaking damn floor, like you would say, a hobo. And I just speak my consciousness. But is that so freaking damn hard to you to understand that? See, this is when the light comes up. This is why I can, my soul is over the whole grid. Open up your mouth. Start to speak who you are. But no, like most people should not do that. And you're not allowed to because you're not developed your skull. The skull. Your eye is not developed. It is maybe ripening, but alright, you're basically like a fruit. The fruit needs water, which you basically self-produce, and it needs water. Like I said, you produce that and you breathe basically also water, because that's what air is. And it gets sun, and then it just ripes. So this is what your glands are basically, or should do, you know? This is what your glands are. Your glands are fruits. So you earn the fruits. You earn the outlook. You earn the perception. This is all you should do. But what you do is you follow certain guidelines in this game that the guideline makers dropped into this whole thing because they're feeding off your energy. But this is your energy, and you are free to deserve and to choose what you would like to do with your imaginational process. This is what your magic is. Your magic, it means your imagination. I'm a magic nation of self. And the spells and letters that you use are informing your brain to the extent that you keep following these certain symbols and spells because you informed yourself with them. But I come from a place in the first place where I don't even know what they mean. I have no clue what you throw at me with these signs and symbols and spells and letters. I don't know what they are. I just flip them around and speak them out. I have no clue what it means. I don't know. I just put them together and something happens. And this is what true mastery, hieroglyphically, speakingly, Hermeticism, kemetics, sways, rays, transports are. Deutsche Afrika-Linie, you get that? It's like German Africa lines. German Africa. The comes. I told you. I look very much white on the outside, but you don't know how black my soul is. You're like, oh, your soul is black, so you are a devil, right? You don't know how this works. You don't even know how Satan's claws, Santa Claus, where the shamans originally come from, Siberia, the mushroom story. It's about alchemy. It's about cooking and burning and distilling yourself over and 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 over again, so you get to the essence, to the king's chamber, to the pharaoh's outlook. This is what I am. This is what I have. The eye. There you have it. Mirror your own light inside of yourself. But now the sun hurts. If I gaze into the sun, I might get blind. Well, I can tell you, since I've been sun gazing, I was getting intelligent to the degree that you could not even imagine. But you think this guy is completely out of his mind. He's speaking about things that I cannot grab. Yes. Because I told you, you're living under a certain spell that you think is true. And I also have to, I don't have to, but I choose to function in here, in this, I don't know what this is. What you think it is, this is. Oh, J-Ass, yo, John Shamanic. Woo! You just look at things, yo. Look at what you have in front of you. Beep. Again, ask yourself, how could you ever say that another consciousness exists besides yourself? You cannot measure it. If you get into measure mind. So then the question is, why do you do all of this? Why do you do all of this? Because yeah, I've been told so, and I have to survive in here. Yeah, then I can tell you, well, you get into your urine, get into urine therapy, get into Shivam Bukalpa, and you will realize that you will drink your own urine and you will become healthier, more intelligent, more vibrant, faster, stronger. And you start to realize, like, you've been completely tricked your whole life. And this is why I say, like, we are living in a lie, in a be-live system. It's a belief system, all we do. And then we get into the Hermetics again. The first law of the Hermetics, which come out of the Chemetics, is that everything is mind. Everything is frequency based. Everything has a male and female aspect. And you're speaking from your mind, you're speaking from your essence, you're speaking from your soul. At least that's what you should do. But split the atom. Yeah, like this is what Zionists actually do. Zionists, which are now called scientists, have split the atom to the extent that they think, no, this is the truth. This is how it works. Still, they do not know where their knowledge originates from. Go back to the roots. Go back to the original workings. And the original workings will always disprove what you think was true. Because they were born out of this. If you would have a tree, you would go back to the roots. You will find where it's coming from. You would find the semen, the essence. But these Zionists operate in such an higher extent of the tree, and they operate from this realm all the time that they think, oh, this is what it all is. Still, they don't see the bigger picture. And I was switching between all deities and deities and living formats. This is why I can speak from it. This is why, like, I'm probably the last real alive. And I don't say that word because I respect my brothers and sisters. But this is what I truly am. I'm freaking black. I'm black. You don't know. I'm a black prince pharaoh mind. Man. But again, like then, okay, now I was speaking completely truthful, not too compassionate, but with a lot of tolerance for the last 50 minutes and 33 seconds. And still, the quest might be, what kind of consciousnesses would ever look into my things? And that's also the problem with it, because I know I attract only what I send out. So I say, in the first place, there should only come the real ones who are ready for that knowledge. And it seems like there are not many out there who are ready to hear that. But basically, everyone deserves to hear my voice. Or at least frees up their own vessels, their own knots, which they were only pulling themselves into in order to free them. Funny moment. you should continue to wear your mask, because this is how you create more pressure inside of you in order to wake up your soul. This is how it alchemically functions. You're like, this is so stupid. Or you're like, I wear my mask because this protects me. Yeah. Go deeper inside of you. Encourage yourself to go deeper and deeper, 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 and deeper. To the point of it doesn't make any sense anymore, and then you start to rise. That's how you get the kiss of the sunlight of Ra. The original things. The son of light. The pharaohs were kings. Waking king. Wakiki. Waking king. Waking pharaoh. Mind. Mand. Wand. Language is a magical system, which is so high level technology, and we misuse that to an unbalanced way. But in the first place, language is very high level. And not many souls can really understand that. So maybe fast from speaking to cultivate your voice. This is like, and this is what monks and like, it doesn't matter really how you call them, because in the end, this is a certain type of belief system. It's a certain type of spell. And we are all coming from the same source. It doesn't matter who you are. You are my brother, you're my sister anyway. We're the same, I know that. I'm cool with that. But I can speak from something which is so deep, burned into me, and that's called truth, that not many souls have attained yet. But they will, if they would like to. It's your decision. You decide, you split up your own self in order to choose your why. Why, where should I go? And then it may help you to say, I never go anywhere. And this is when you start to cultivate your outlook, your grabbings into the realm. You get that perception and the perspective that I give you, that I honor to you, because this is how you deserve it. My hands are so freaking magicianal. I put my hands into this realm, yo. This is how I freaking construct. Fast from doing things. Your mind will become very much faster when you fast. So you become speed of light. And then you start to realize, stop putting things into your temple. Stop speaking. Listen more. Cut yourself more back from reality. And then what you start to realize, what really happens is that you self-realize what you were doing all the time. And you should become an evergreen, an ever-hard emitter, shocking Raz. I shoot out the light, the sun only nourishes me. But I am the light in the first place. I'm the son of Ra. I'm the shining pharaoh monk style, alchemist, prince, black soul, black sun. A black sun means that you emit light, that you shoot out light out of your eyeballs. You are the producer, not the consumer. You produce all the freaking things which are coming up from the sunlight. And still, there's so many angels which have not realized that yet. They do not. But that's good to me. And that's why I honor you my helping hand, basically, to give you more guidance. Because you're only exploring your own consciousness all the freaking time. All the time you explore your own consciousness. It's nothing more, nothing less. If you get that type of outlook, it's like, okay, seems like that's myself. And I'm good with that. Like, what else should I really conquer here? Should I get into symbols? Or like, oh, now I get this because... And what does it? What does it if you get a certain type of symbol? You get it's all symbols in the first place. You get that, and what does it do with you? You get all of these things, and they give you a neurochemically release inside of your brain, which makes you feel something. So what you basically do is you chase a feeling. If you've become very good at alchemy, of understanding your temple, you drop certain chemicals, you drop certain drugs, certain substances, certain foods, certain diets at certain times, because they release certain things inside of your temple when you need them. This is how you should master your own temple. This is how you should understand yourself. You only, like, my diet would probably not work for you, and that's totally fine and good, because you're a completely different deity in the first place, a completely different God, because you have a different mind output. But from the original source, we are all the same. Like, we have all the same functionings, only the mind functions differently. But that's very important, because the mind creates the body, and the body creates the mind. So it's an interconnected reflection. I could grow muscles only if I think about that. But you need certain types of tools, because you think, oh, you project your mind outside of you, so you think you grow muscles only if you get into certain rastars, the stars of Ra. I'm the star of Ra, the Aura. But this is also what this mirror does to each other. It gets beautiful souls into the fear programming of, oh, if I express myself, I'm being judged. No, the only person who really judges is yourself. But I told you, I have the truth source value judges abilities, because I resonate on truthfulness, compassion, tolerance so deep internally that I'm royal blue. Doesn't make logical sense to you what I speak, or are you too narrow-minded? Or like, now people smoke things, right? People are like, okay, let's smoke something. See, it has an immediate effect only if I think and say it. There's the power of language. The power of language, which gets also into neurochemically releases. This master shamanism. Masterful. Your master's full. Hopefully with your soul. Oh man. I love all of you. Let me tell you this, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes I need more time for myself in order to recalibrate the whole thing, but it doesn't, like, I was always like that. I always had it in me, you know. But I keep remembering and keep reminding myself of it, keep staying on my track, on my journey, on my music, my spellings. Because I'm not even Europely wide, I'm open wide, angel wide, universal wide, worldwide open. Open systems. Yeah. Fasting, distilled water, urine therapy, sun gazing, alchemy, kemetics, blind yoga. Oh, that was deep, yo. Blind yoga. Reflections, gnosis, pharaohs, word craftings. I'm right on time, I admit that. I can spell and read up, down, left, right, completely crossed and chaotically and see all of it. Because this is how you develop the eye. It's only about your own tempo. Remember that. Master your own tempo. So you become a night, a day and night. You become. You basically end this game, you know. This sort of, like, in the end, it's like what is most adaptable in this society of all the things I was just speaking, and I didn't mention it in the last 2 minutes. Because in this society we're living in, you will get, if you're not disciplined, out of your own way. You will be distracted. You will get of course, because this is too much layered, basically. This is too multiversed. But you have to be very rooted and anchored in your feet, you know, to really speak your truth and to stand up for yourself and to emit your truthful language. And basically only, like, grow it in your mind. Most people, I think, have not even grown truthfulness in their mind. They have programs running. Like, my talk here is 1 minute 5 is worth, like, I save basically the whole realm with this talk here, with this walk that I'm in, because I'm walking that. I'm the walking dead pharaoh in this realm of all, like, living. You think you live here? You're a ghetto prisoner. That's what you are. Oh, I'm not living in a ghetto. I'm living in the most beautiful. You don't know what this whole thing is. You live in a ghetto. No matter if you live, like, on the streets or if you would live in a freaking palace. You live in a ghetto, because this is all a transport matrix, transport system of your soul. And it's about cultivating your heart in here and sharing that openly. Sharing what you have. Give all you have. Give it all. Give it all, they say. Give it all. Yeah, you should give it all. You should just flux and run things through your body, through your vessel. This is what urine does. It makes you open. So you start to interconnect things internally that most beings cannot even connect. I'm connecting my big toe with a freaking ear. You get the metaphors? I'd rather live on the freaking streets and be free in order, or like you think, oh, I have to get a job, I have to get this amount of money. Like, if you really know what's going on, this is what true freedom is. It's a freedom of spirituality. And this is all animals who are living in a farm. You live in a farm, yo. You live in a freaking farm. That's what you do. You live in a farming system. I live in a freaking farming system. They're harvesting your energy. I will live on the seashells and probably like only a small house on the beach. That's it. Produce goddamn truthful knowledge from there. At least I have a great mirror in the sunlight. Because what is really occurring? Oh, you know what? Like how minimalistic is that? How enlightened does that sound to you? I can just drink my urine and be good. Get that? No, I have to eat. I have to like, this will all come and go. Doesn't matter really. It's about your own way. But then again, like, you know, like, I think this further and be like, okay, like what is going on then? The question is, alright, okay, then like I was already doing this all up in my mind. This is like, okay, now I have to put it into reality, right? I'm only attaching my mind to this all. But like, what should I really do here? It all gets pointless. It all becomes, oh, do this, that, whatever. Travel, you know, like, yeah, but move mind, you know, that's all there is to it. Moving myself, you know, and I'm always moving myself. Routines, you know. I was always doing that, you know. It's only about mind perspective. But then again, okay, like, you see, then we have all these addictions to the sun. We have all these addictions to the light. Like, ooh, get into the light, get into the more higher realms. Like, this is why I'm not called John Breatharian, this is why I'm called John Shamanic. I explore my deepest fears and whatever. Sleep in the freaking dark. Well, then it's like, oh, did the system actually broke my soul? Then you get like into alcohol and you get into drugs and everything. If you really understand it, stay disciplined with it, you know, and I'm like, you don't know how disciplined my consciousness is. Consciousness development. Diamonds are made under pressure. I put myself under pressure consciously, to raise. And imagine it this way. And I do it with the things I do. I know that. I empower you to be yourself to the full extent, to the extent of, hey, there's nothing you can basically fear, or you should fear, because nothing will basically kill you. You cannot die. I know that. I know that I cannot die. It's just an illusion that I think I might die. And you get that types of insights when you get into yourself with your own self, where you were born and come out from. You don't die. I don't die. I only hold myself back. Nothing more, nothing less. So if I wanted to go to the seashore, that's the only problem with me is really that I have to get more into something which brings me a bit more money. But see, this is how you buy into the ideas. This is how you buy into the matrix. This is how you buy into programs. You buy into the shit. But basically, I should just make something happen, go somewhere, and then see what it might be. See where I go. I don't know. It might be cool. Go to the Seychelles with only a backpack. That might be good. Energy, we deliver that. No, energy in the first place needs imagination, yo. And everybody has that. But your imagination has been parasitically captured. That's why you think you have to do certain things in order to feed yourself. But you are self-sustaining when you know that you can drink your urine and it's not a therapy. This is your food in the first place, and you're nourished by the sun and your own waters, and you will become very much brilliant. Then it's all a belief system. My place, my palace is right here, right now. I don't know, I was getting into certain locations where I was okay, the best place to sun gaze is over there. The sun is always shining, yo. It's a quest of perception. I can always sit down and sun gaze and meditate and be myself, and that's what the true yogis do, They don't even have a mat, and I live that. It's okay, let's do yoga. Doesn't matter, because the grid is just imagination. That other people exist is just they're not really there. It sounds crazy to you, but that's a very mastered outlook. When you get that type of eye, that nobody's really there besides of yourself. Nobody's really existing. You are doing this all to yourself, which gets me into the mirroring aspect of society again, because you do not know how this all works. This is why you keep mirroring the shit to each other. But I break your mirror, and I be so you don't know who I am, what I do. I break your whole illusions with what I speak and what I am, and I capture my truest moments. Right? Now you think I'm a pervert, right? But no, everybody has to do that. Everybody has to do that. This is not perverted. oh, this guy drinks his piss. It's ugly. Well, you eat the shit that somebody else produced, which you do not know where it was growing, and you tell me I'm drinking something which I self-produced, which might be then from your outlook disgusting. No, you don't know who I am. You don't know how advanced my system is. Oh what? Oh what? Oh what? I'm one of the original chems, yo. Black Pharaoh, Black Prince. Keep spelling myself with that. So it becomes. So I am. Freaking white tiger. Black tiger. Black Pharaoh, Black Prince. That's the power of magic. It's the power of imagination. That's the power of spelling. That's the power of language. And I know how it works. And you, even if you try to shut me down with your interruptions, I will continue to speak. Even if you think you shut me down, my mind is always balancing the whole things out. Because I'm in service to all of you. Because you don't know what you do. You do not know what you do. Because you are all suffering, and you think this is beneficial to you. This is the truth. The truth is that you think this is beneficial to you, what you do, but basically you are so suffered, and you are so you will be destroyed if you continue like that. Completely. You will completely be destroyed if you continue like that, because you did not take care of your light. You did not take care of your soul. Now you develop your soul, you should get into your darker aspects. That's why I am so powerful with what I do, because I have both. The white sun and the black sun. And I put it together, and I speak from the synchronistically putting together wise-headed aspect. I'm in the flux bow. A flux bow, yeah. Flux here. That's my tree schoolings, yo. My tree skull. Installing. I install the real software here in the grid, because I know that. I'm Tron Legacy. I install the completed consciousness software into the programs of minds. This is how powerful my program is, how powerful my consciousness is. I upload my consciousness consciously in order to plug yourself out of your own tricks. And the only thing that you have to do is listen consciously for 1 hour and 20 minutes and 42 laws of Ma'at. That's the original workings, yo. The original laws. The kemetics, the Hermetics gets deeper and deeper and deeper into myself. Go back and the Thoris field. Go back to the original point of creation, which was and is and will always be yourself. One. Yourself, huh? Talking to the freaking damn creator all the time, yo. creator mirrors the creator. That's beautiful. Keep on shining your light, Jan. Keep on shining who you are. Keep on spelling and being the Black Prince, the Black Pharaohs of the flagship. That's what it is. Oh yeah, so I think that might be like, look at the sun, yo. I give you your light again. See, that's what I am. I have this, nothing more, nothing less. I have that beautiful light there. I have myself, my own eye, that I just observe, you know. I'm the observer. Serve you. Surfing through the grid. So, that's how it is. How it works. What you are. I will get into the 42 laws, the tablets of Ma'at, Hermetics, Pharaohs, Black Sons, Black Princes, and put that all together for you, for me, for us, for 1, for 0, for 2.